Once upon a time, in a cozy little forest, all the animals were excited for the most anticipated event of the year, the Great Pumpkin Competition. This was no ordinary competition. It was the day when animals from far and wide would gather to show off the biggest, brightest, and most unusual pumpkins they had grown all year long. Each animal had its own special kind of pumpkin, and the forest was buzzing with excitement. Benny the bear, known for his love of honey and anything sweet, had grown the biggest, roundest sugar pumpkin. His pumpkin gleamed in the sunlight, its orange skin shining as if dipped in syrup. Benny was confident that his pumpkin's sugary sweetness would win the judges over. Next, there was Ruby the rabbit, who had a knack for anything colorful. Her garden was full of the brightest vegetables, and for this competition, she had grown a patch of vibrant miniature pumpkins in all shades of orange, yellow, and green. "The judges will love the colors," she thought, as she carefully carried her tiny pumpkins in a basket. Freddie the fox had chosen to grow the rare and beautiful white ghost pumpkin. His pumpkin was pure white, glowing under the moonlight like a ghostly orb. "No one will expect a pumpkin like mine," he said proudly, imagining the surprise on the judges' faces. Molly the mole had spent months digging perfect tunnels around her pumpkin patch to help grow the strangest, most twisted, warty goblin pumpkins. Her pumpkins were covered in funny bumps and lumps, making them look spooky and playful at the same time. "They may be odd, but they're full of character," she said with a giggle. Then there was Timmy the turtle, who took his time. After all, he was the slowest in the forest. He had grown a massive Cinderella pumpkin, shaped just like a carriage from a fairy tale. Its soft, peachy skin and smooth curves made it look as if it had come straight from a magical storybook. "Slow and steady, just like me," Timmy said proudly. Sally the squirrel had planted her pumpkins in the tallest tree in the forest, where they grew long and slender. She had created the most unique Long Island cheese pumpkins, which looked just like large wheels of cheese. "I bet no one's ever seen a pumpkin like this," she thought, as she gently rolled her pumpkin into the competition. Finally, Ollie the Owl arrived, and everyone knew he would bring something special. His pumpkin was the rarest of them all, the Blue Jarrahdale Pumpkin. Its smooth, pale blue skin looked almost otherworldly, and it was Ollie's secret pride and joy. "A pumpkin as wise as me!" he hooted, with a twinkle in his eye. As the day of the competition arrived, the animals gathered in the heart of the forest, each presenting their pumpkins with pride. The judges, a group of wise old tortoises, carefully examined each entry. But the best part of the competition wasn't about who won. As the sun began to set and the pumpkins glowed under the golden light, the animals all gathered around a large table to share pumpkin pies, roasted seeds, and warm pumpkin soup made from their own special pumpkins. They laughed, told stories, and celebrated the wonderful harvest they had all worked so hard to grow. In the end, the Great Pumpkin Competition wasn't about winning or losing. It was about coming together, sharing their love for pumpkins, and enjoying the magic of the forest's favorite autumn event. And so, as the stars twinkled above, the animals agreed that no matter what pumpkin you grew, every pumpkin had its own kind of magic.